How's everybody doing tonight? Do we have any audio coming through? There. All right, time for a sound check. I'm about 3 minutes early. I do that so I can tell whether my stuff is working or not. Several updates today. First, I'd like to say hello to a few people that are here, unqualified, over here on Twitch. How are you doing? Thank you for the subs, JRM or Germ, however you like to be referred to. Fox, how are you doing? Ask me if I watch any good movies. I've binge watched just about all the Star Trek movies and miniseries so far. I've watched them all except for the animated ones. I did not rewatch those, but good. I'm glad everything's working. Maxine, how are you? U-Haul. I just looked at your channel just like 2 seconds ago. I have it up there. I think the one where you really got a lot of views on was where you reviewed a storage container. When you're doing a channel and you're starting it off and you're kind of like bouncing around trying to figure out what people like, when you see one that pops, stick to that. Fast food reviews, they're a dirty business. They're a hard business. Very unforgiving and an extremely crowded field. You really got to do something different that stands out from anybody else that's really, really hard to duplicate in order to do anything in that. And still, you're never really going to... I mean, I saw somebody react to my videos this week. Can't remember his name now. He wears like a pointy hat. Yeah, he was looking at my channel and he says, well, this is a living making number of subscribers. Au contraire, it is not. But anyway, let me say hi to a few people. Total Joker, how are you? Maxine, I think I said hi. Hey, John, how are you doing? Good. I'm glad the audio's good. You know why? I got my mic back. Now, I thought for sure they were just going to box up a brand new mic with a USB-C plug in it that wouldn't break so easy and ship it back to me. Yeah, because I've not even had this thing a whole year yet. It's still well into warranty. They got a 2-year warranty on this thing. No, they actually took it apart and resoldered that plug back onto the board, which is not a bad thing. I'm not complaining because this thing now works better than it did when it came out of the box. So something was wrong with it when I got it initially, because it was always kind of wonky whenever I'd hook it up and start a live stream. If you've watched any of my live streams, you know I've come on there and like I got no audio because it forgot what my mic was. All sorts of stuff like that. It's been a busy week. Derp Duck, how are you? I guess you're saying happy birthday to Febreze. Is that how? No, just Be-Freeze. Be-Freeze. I can't ever say these names right. Aiden Simpson, how are you? U-Haul, like I said, yeah, your YouTube channel, you've actually got a fair amount of subscribers. Just the food reviews don't look like you're getting a lot of views on those, and it is tough. Like I tell you, I can't tell you how tough it is. People coming to me that want to start a food review channel and talk to me, and I tell them, find something else that nobody else is doing. This is a very crowded field and because of the nature of the videos, they have an extremely short shelf life. That's how a lot of these guys that do make a living is they make videos that you can watch 8 years later and still learn the same thing and it's still relevant. As I found out when I was reading about cameras, trying to figure out what cameras to get in the very beginning. It's Will Neff's birthday today? Oh man, I didn't know that. So it's September 13th. Well, I came out here today. The reason I'm out here at all is because I was shooting the intro for my next video. I go tomorrow, the 14th. Interesting. I have to reshoot my birthday shout outs because Will Neff's birthday, and I didn't know that. I'll definitely do that. But thank you very much, Less Like You. Wow, what a nickname. I like that. Anyway, Nick Plaza, how are you, what's your favorite limited time seasonal fast food item? Oh, that's easy. That's Culver's. But I'm not going to go into a lot of questions right now. Brain fart. Yeah, I get those every once in a while. It's been a busy week. Like I was talking about, I got my mic fixed, so I think that sounds better than my condenser mic that I shoot my videos with. I just like this a lot better. Makes me feel better about streaming because I like to stream. Streaming is one of my favorite things to do. Anyway, what else we have going on tonight? The reason didn't have a video, usually I would be editing my video today. I would be like, but I'm like way behind. I'm not even going to start filming till tomorrow. I'm going to be doing Chipotle. I'm going to be doing their brisket burrito. Hopefully the brisket isn't chewy or tough or something like that. I don't know how they fix that. I'm sure they don't fix it on site. I'm sure it's just reheated. I can't see them actually, making real brisket and serving it in a Chipotle. It's their scoop station. It's a scoop station food place and they do have a grill, but I don't think they do primary cooking or anything like that. Oma back, how are you? Let me say hi to a few more people. Tess, it's good to have you here. James, yeah, Will Neff. That's like, oh my goodness. Now I got to do my intro again with my birthday shout outs. I'm like, oh, that's funny too. Cause you know what? I'll shoot my video. I'll get the intro done usually the day before and I'll do my birthday shout outs and, maybe I can get Shadow Joe to do it so I don't have to reshoot the entire intro. I think that's it. I think Will Neff deserves a Shadow Joe birthday shout out. What do y'all think? I think that's the way to go. I think so. That way I don't have to reshoot my intro because, some of the more difficult part of making the video is the intro itself. Those are kind of hard to film. But since I've been doing live streams, people are always wanting me to review food or at least eat some food on my stream. Well, that I did today. Most of you won't know who these people are, but this is a place called Biggin's Barbecue. It's in Talking Rock, Georgia, up north of Jasper. If some of y'all are local, I'm sure you know who this is. I actually did a review on them way back in the beginning when I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm faking it a little bit better now. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. That would be a good thing. I'll get Shadow Joe. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. It's rattling around in my brain. I'm not a good multitasker. Optical Beard. Your birthday's on the 30th. Well, shout out happy birthday, but if you want to get it embedded in a video, not the one I'm editing now because I've already shot the intro. It's done. I'm not going back and redo it unless I really have to, unless I find some serious errors in it. Email me at joeishungrychannel@gmail.com and request it. Also, go into one of my latest videos or my homepage on YouTube for the instructions because there are instructions involved with that. I want a certain amount of information, and that's how you do that. And I can put them in, no problem. Happy birthday to Will. I thought he was streaming tonight. I thought, I'm in his Discord and it said he was streaming, but I went over on Twitch and he wasn't. So, oh well. Let me flip over here. I got to see how many people from Twitch. Yeah, this is not going to be an extremely long live stream. I say that and I'll be here talking 3 hours later. But it's mostly because I want to go back and edit a little bit. But I also brought something. Oh, I was talking about Biggin's Barbecue. Hey, wait a second. Let me show you their webpage. Y'all want to see that? Has anybody heard of Biggin's Barbecue out here in my part of Georgia? Carolina Crosswords. You just watched an advertisement? I didn't know that. That's YouTube. What can I do? But how are you doing, Carolina? Good to see you, Total Joker. Anyway, what's my favorite meal at McDonald's? I'm not sure that anything I could at McDonald's would be my favorite. I usually eat double cheeseburgers, and I'm a Big Mac fan if they don't cook it out of stale bread. U-Haul, it's in Northwest Georgia. I'll show you here. let me go on. We'll get this rib thing out of the way, because Biggins Barbecue is a low 9, high 8 class place. Now, the ribs that I have, I've got pork ribs, and I'll show you what they're supposed to look and what they do look like. And they are not cheap. You're talking north of $1.50 an ounce on these. But in my opinion, it's worth it, because good barbecue is not cheap. And you know, they don't cook it really, really, really hot either. So when you get it to your plate, it's not going to be over 150. If it was like 160, 180 degrees, then it would probably be drying out, and that's not a good thing. Dalton, what's in, you know, Emily, you see, I should come to Dalton. I'm jumping all over the place. I apologize for that. I do come to Dalton occasionally. I was going to do, it was a bagel. Einstein's Bagel. I think there's an Einstein's Bagel down there in Dalton. I had planned on going down there, and I still may go. But anyway, let me get through this Biggins Barbecue thing, and I wanted to show you this is their web page. They have a web page. They're not going to be any nutritional information, because there's only one barbecue place. They're not a franchise. You have to have 20 or more locations before the FDA and Department of Agriculture requires you to put up nutritional information. So they don't have any. But this is actually their storefront. Looks just exactly like that. That's their barbecue sandwich. But let me go around here and I'll show you the ribs that I'm talking about. Let's go to the menu. You know, let me tell you how much these things are. The baby back ribs is what I got. What I have here is 6 bone back ribs, and that's $20.99. And those are about, give or take, 14 ounces. A full rack is going to cost you a whopping $34, and I don't hesitate to get it. Let me see if I can find a shot of that. Menu. Sorry if I'm scrolling around here. I think I go back to the home page and I'll find it. Here you go. Baby back ribs. I think they look pretty good. I'll show you this. You can get a good look at them, and I'll show you what these look like. They're kind of sticking together better. When I was trying to pick them up when I first got them, you couldn't pick them up for the bones falling out of them. So, you know, and I'll take a bite, and I'll give you a score, the best I can anyway, in a live stream, and see what y'all think about that. Yeah, I'm going to answer some questions. Yeah, that was a good thing. Yes, yeah, I don't want to break up anyone. We'll get this done here. Those are our ribs. Ooh, from South America. Wow. But I wanted to show you, let me flip back up here, what the real thing looks like. These are what they actually look like. I got them in a to-go container, and I have a confession to make. I actually got the $34 bunch, and I already ate them. And you know, I'm on a diet, and I am losing weight. I am actually down. I'm at the 20-pound mark now. I've lost another pound or so, because this week I got scoped. But we're not going to talk about a scope and spare ribs in the same sentence. But you can kind of, here, I'll tear off one, and you can get a good look at it. I don't know if you can see that real well. That does not look that much different than that. That's what they're supposed to look like. And this is what they look like. Let me get the focus on it. There you go. What you think of that? I think they passed that test. I don't really have a temperature test on them. Not sure if they made 140 degrees. Yeah, they were not dry. That was 2 o'clock this afternoon when I got these, and we're 8 p.m. now, so that's quite a few hours old, and they've been in the refrigerator already too. So, what can you do? I think I can give it a bite test. Are you ready for me to give it a test and give it a score and move on to answering questions? Hey, Big John, how are you doing? All right. This is the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is live stream bite test engage. You know, I didn't have to put barbecue sauce on these. And they left plenty of fat in it, so it's not, it may look a little dry from what you saw, but it's not. Yes, it just falls off the bone. When it was fresh, when it came out, you couldn't pick it up. It would just fall apart. It was wonderful. It is. I don't want to eat all of it because I've exceeded my daily diet calorie count already. I wish I could share, then I wouldn't be tempted to eat it all. All right. I'm going to give this a score. Now, live stream score, I'm not going to include that in my scores that I do in my real videos because I'm really not doing all the metrics on this thing. By all rights, I should have a sneakadoodle bite and everything fresh, and I didn't. But I'm going to call this a 9-1 all day long. I don't want to eat anymore because I'll sit there and slobber the whole thing down right in front of everybody. I really don't want to do that. Yeah, it's that good. When I don't have to put barbecue sauce on it, it makes me happy. And also I'm thinking about when I first got it. The French fries, I got French fries with it. I thought the French fries actually had a thin, clear batter on them, but they didn't. That's because they cooked them hot enough. But they're very consistent. They're always busy there, always, and they are not cheap at all. I didn't put my hand over my mouth while I was pondering. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I put my hand over? Oh, yeah. When I go, well, I'll reenact it. How's that? I'll try not to show my food. So we'll bite test engage. Biggin's barbecue. It is moist. It didn't get dried out. It left enough fat in it to stay moist. I like the fact that I actually don't have to put extra barbecue sauce on it. That was charred in. Great. We're going to go 9.1. That is my number. This is my review. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Is that better? I'm not a good live stream reviewer. I never was. Oh, yeah. It was that good. Anyway, wait a second. Somebody gave me a sub, and I wanted to thank him. Oh, I did do that. Germ, thank you for the subs. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. It's that good. That's high 8, low 9 class barbecue. And it's famous very locally. It is very famous. Anyway, U-Haul. What else? Let's see about the question and answer. We're going to do that for a little bit, and I'll probably haul it in a little bit. I'm probably not going to be here too terribly long tonight because I would really like to get and do the basic editing on the intro I just shot for Chipotle. I've only been to Chipotle once for a review and ate there, and it's scoop station food. Maybe a tier higher than like Del Taco, I think a tier higher. In my opinion, y'all may not agree with me. Y'all really may. Some people really go gaga over Chipotle, and you know, yeah, we'll see if they don't screw up their. That's why I did that too today, and kind of like in honor of where I'm going tomorrow. That was pork spare ribs, absolutely my favorite, and that was the way they came out. I didn't put any barbecue sauce on them or anything. They're great. I'm gonna leave them alone, and because I don't, you know, I suffered a lot to get this weight off of me, and damned if I'm going to throw it out the door. Yeah, if you're up here in North Georgia, yeah, they're worth it. They're just pricey as hell. I can tell you that right now. They are anything but cheap. But then again, it's good barbecue. It's better than I like it better than say, what's a barbecue place that everybody knows about? Buc-ee's. Y'all like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is pretty good. I'll give you that. But in my opinion, I'm not liking their sauce as well as I do here. Here, they're always top tier. Anyway, that's enough for those. Pseudo Intellect, how are you? Biggins Barbecue. Do I need to put the? Do y'all want me to put the? Here. I'll put the link in the chat. There. Biggins Barbecue. Dickies. U-Haul. Yeah, what about Dickies? There's a lot of Dickies around. I have reviewed Dickies before. It was one of the very, very first... No, maybe it wasn't Dickies. Yeah, it was Dickies Barbecue. Yeah, I've been there. I've done it. A good barbecue joint with a pickup window is dangerous. You got that right. For me, it is. I actually went, sat down, and ate. I was with my wife, and I got it. But that was wonderful. But I've been getting flack for not ever eating anything in here. Now, and honestly, I should have done better. Because what I discussed the last time I was in live stream, I don't know if it was this live stream or not. I was gonna go to Cookout and review either barbecue or burger plates, and I just didn't have time to get there. Yeah. So I know where Sonny's Barbecue. They're okay. I'm just not a big fan of Sonny's Barbecue. I've had their barbecue before. I'm just not a fan. A little dry. Just don't like their sauce. But yeah, I have not been there in a long, long time. That's the truth. Wash out. MC White Noise, how are you? Yeah, there are good barbecue places out east. Biggins is right up there in Ellijay. That's actually south of Ellijay near Talking Rock. That's another town south of Ellijay called Talking Rock on 515. I was just up there today. Had to go to the grocery store, so I went up there. Big John. Yep, it is true. Emily, I've never been to Dutch Brothers, Emily. Just opened up in Chattanooga. That'd be interesting. They originated there in Oregon. Really? Big John, where are you at in Oregon? What part of Oregon are you at? Because I've been to Oregon. Mario's Right Nut. Good name. Thank you very much. Back at you, brother. Salem. Really? My sister used to live in Salem. I've gone there and visited her. I've drove my 1963 Nova when I was 19 years old to Salem, Oregon from Columbus, Ohio. I'm very familiar with Salem. I was up there right after Mount St. Helens popped and it was smoking. I don't know how old you are and how long you've been there, but I'm familiar with Salem. I love Salem, Oregon. I was going to live there at one time. I moved up there on my motorcycle. I got a job cutting meat at Roth's IGA. Does Roth's IGA still exist? We're talking, We're talking 40 years ago. That's what I like to know, Big John. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I have two. If you don't really know, I'm dual streaming. I actually have YouTube in my second stream. I usually do that. But yeah, I didn't know if you knew that, and I put that in the description. I don't know if that's good or bad, or whether what do y'all think? Do you think I need to have a dedicated stream for Twitch and different one for YouTube? What do y'all think? Maybe I need to put that in the do a poll on that and find out what people think, because it does matter. It does matter to me anyway. Yeah, it's just efficient. I don't think I could triple stream, though. I mean, I got the bandwidth for it, but I don't think I could triple stream. I'd just be too much in the chat to keep up with. Oh, I have a confession to make. When I got my mic back on Wednesday, no, it was Tuesday. On Tuesday, I tried it out, and I went and live streamed on TikTok. I live streamed for 3 hours and 50 minutes on TikTok. I must have lost my mind. I just did. I like to live stream, so I got carried away that day. I shouldn't have sat on there that long. I shouldn't have. TikTok, they drive me nuts, but I've gotten to where I can beat them most of the time because they're always muting my stuff. They muted me this week for one that's been up over a week. It was the Pozzoli video. It'd been up for like a week and a half, and they muted it because they said I had more than 60 seconds of music. Well, I know damn well I didn't. I had like 51 seconds. I mean, I count that with a count. I know down to the millisecond how much music I have on there. And then you go in and you complain about it. You go in and buddy, they don't make it easy for you to find out how to actually message somebody, message tech support. And they don't have tech support. It is a very poorly functioning AI bot. And I messaged him. So then they wait about a day and a half, and they message me back and say, oh, no, it's not for time. It's because it's copyright violated. Okay. And then if you message them anymore, send them the link to where you actually got the music, they just keep sending you the same message back over and over like you're in a loop. So there's nobody actually there. So at that point, then I go to Epidemic Sound and tell them what they did, and they can usually get it unmuted inside of about 45 minutes. So that's what I have to do with TikTok. Even, and I pre-check everything. Anyway, yeah, that was marathon, man. I was like, I had no voice when I was done. I was hoarse. There's a lot of people there. I was going to quit at about an hour, and there was down to like 12 people, and then boom, it goes way to hell up to like 150, and I could barely keep up with the chat. I should have slowed the chat down a little bit, but I didn't. I actually didn't know how, but I'm sure you can. Anyway, if I had triple stream, I would triple stream actually, but TikTok will not give you the stream key for their stream, so you have to go through their software. So I can't plug it into OBS. So, you can, but they have a new stream key every single stream. YouTube and Twitch, you got your stream key. That is it. Oh yeah, it sucks. TikTok is a freaking hassle. But as far as the people are all pretty nice on there. They don't try to spam me. Don't try to trick me into saying nasty things to get me kicked off or anything like that. I don't know about TikTok. Yeah, Alien Dog. Yeah, you're asking me if TikTok is all about music remixing. TikTok, for accusing me of, now I also get demonetized for unoriginal content. Like, what? I made this. There's nobody else's stuff in it. You can appeal those. The other ones you can't appeal. You just have to make a complaint. And they usually reverse that inside of an hour or 2 hours after I appeal it. But TikTok, if you ever watch it, is rampant with copyrighted material. You can sit there and watch pieces out of movies after movies after movies. Yet they'll sit there and hack on me. Probably the only original content on there. And a lot of what I see on TikTok is total trash. I don't, whatever. But anyway, I put my stuff up there, and it helps the channel because they send me a little bit of money in the mail for it. When it comes down to the point where they're not hardly sending me anything, screw them. I'll just delete my account. They can jump in a lake. Anyway, I got Alien. You got the 3 for $6 deal at Arby's. It was dank. That's not good. That's not a good way to describe food. Dank. Yuck. Yeah, I'm too old for TikTok too, Alien. I don't know. White noise, I don't know why they sit there and hack on me. I don't get it. All right. Hey, Big John, have you ever heard of Roth's IGA in Salem? That's my question to you. I don't know if they still exist because I worked there. I cut meat there for a couple of weeks and then quit because I was with my sister, and then I was like it freaking rains there like 9 months out of the year. I mean, it drizzles, and I was dealing with it on my Beamer. All I had was a motorcycle at the time because I was living in Tucson, but I kind of love Tucson. I did not. Yeah, Mr. Dave, I did not reveal the I kind of don't really reveal shakes too much because you got to eat those and do those right on site, right when you get them. They do not travel well. I mean, I went to great lengths. I got a portable freezer that plugs into my cigarette lighter that stays at -6. So I could bring them back here and do some certain metrics on them, but that just never worked because they just don't work. White noise. Will Neff is the man. Will Neff is the man. I love Will Neff. I still have aspirations of doing IRL with Will Neff, going to Austin. I want to do that. Dank is pothead slang for really go. Oh, Half Demon, thank you very much. Here I thought I was up on culture. I'm not. I've kind of let the world pass me by as I was a nurse for 36 years because I didn't do it, I had no weekends. I'm not a guy that hangs around with a lot of people. So, yeah, there is a lot of things that have passed me by that I'm learning on the fly. You'd love to smoke a blunt with me, Dad. Yeah, about that. I've got nothing against people smoking grass. I did when I was in my teens. But I hadn't smoked. I stopped when I went to college, and I didn't smoke for nearly almost 40 years. Because if you stuck yourself with a needle, the first thing they're going to do at work is send you to the ER and P test you. And if you fail your P test, you're gone. You're out of a job. It's over. So I never could. And being altered slightly does not help my editing at all. And I love my videos. And I want to make them as good as I can. I mean, I can't drink. You can't do it. You can't really be altered and edited. It's just, you just find yourself really struggling. But I appreciate that was a nice thing for you to say. I mean, because a lot of states it's illegal now. Not in Georgia. Couldn't do it in Georgia. We're still back a little ways. They just need to legalize and be done with it and just shut up about it. Yeah, I'm 66, and I'll tell you right up front, there's some things that I don't understand anymore. Pseudo intellect. What kind of a nurse? You're a CRNA. I had a CRNA sleep me yesterday. What is today? Friday? Thursday. Yeah, sleep me. I had a CRNA that put me to sleep. Gave me propofol and 50 of fentanyl. You know exactly what that is. I thought the last time I got scoped, they gave me a midazolam and propofol. This was weird because I just had this big, long, vivid dream, and then I woke up, and fentanyl, I think it makes you feel good because I felt really good after my scope. I'm like, I feel good. But yeah, what kind of a nurse? I didn't answer the question. Critical care. I worked the last half of my career. I did CTICU, and if you're a CRNA, you know exactly what that is because that's typically something that they like you to work in a CTICU before they'll let you into CRNA school. I don't know if that's what you did or not, but that's where I worked. I did open hearts at a teaching hospital, And then I did MICU and small hospitals after that. And yeah. But yeah, I got scoped. About that, I was going to update the on my scope because I've been talking about it, saying this is why I can't get my video out. Because I was sick, and they found some polyps. I'm gonna wait, and they did like they did the last time, except these are like millimeter polyps, so they don't even hardly exist, and they'll probably be benign. So there's really nothing bad in my scope that means I'm fixing to die anytime soon. So that part's good. I was really out of all the stuff because I had to get a cardiac workup and everything before they would put me to sleep. And that's the biggest thing I feared with the scope, and it really wasn't bad. The bowel prep was not bad. But enough about my scope. Ugh. Anyway, glad that's over. Cloud9, yeah, Cloud9. I've never had fentanyl. This is the first time. I know they shot it in me to wake me up, and I was still wide awake. And here comes my doc. Love my doc, but he's. They put the little mouth thing in my mouth. I was still wide awake and put the strap around the back of my neck. And he's sitting there holding the endoscope like this, talking at me. And he's like, I know you. You're Joe. And I'm like, and I'm looking around my arm. When's the white stuff going in there? Because I don't want to go through this. Yeah, that was kind of fun. That's true. CVICU. Yep. I worked 23 years at the Medical College of Georgia in Augusta, Georgia. And the last 5 years was CTICU. And I knew a lot of CRNA students. And I know one of the I used to work with one of the CRNA students. She was a student back then. She was a nurse back then. At the hospital I just retired from in Cartersville. It's weird. You'll see them all over the place. Like my surgeon. I worked the surgery floor the first 17 years of my career. I worked on the floor, and I see some of the surgeons that actually went to their residency. So yeah, it's kind of weird, you see these people. Anyway, enough about that. Paradox, you're here. No, you're the man, Paradox. Mr. Dave. Yeah, I think I tried it mid. How are you doing? What do we got over here? Nico Tia. Where did you go? What did you do your job before YouTube? I think I just talked about that. I was a nurse for 36 years, and I always worked in the hospital, worked in every floor you can think of, and then I worked CTICU, I worked MICU. By the time I left, probably the last 20 years was critical care. And, in the small hospitals, it's not really that challenging. You have intubations. You never see a PA catheter, and you know what a PA catheter is. I saw they used PA catheter like 6 times in 9 years. That just tells you. So you get really rusty floating swans and stuff like that. But at MCG, everybody had a Swan Gans, and you had to do your calculations and all that stuff. Oh yeah, that was like a rush, man. To be able to stay up with that was a rush. Joe, go eat some food. I'm not hungry. Well, sort of hungry, but I'm never not hungry. But I just did a rib review. I don't know if you were here or not. Elk testicles. What a name. U-Haul, Sonic Drive-In, ice cream machine down. I am so sorry about that. Big John Ross still had some locations. I think there was one in Kaiser. Remember Wearmart Grocery? Yeah, I remember that. There's one in Kaiser. There was a Ross in town in there where you're at that I went to. I actually worked, like I said, I worked there. I cut meat there. How do I 700? Do I change my glasses prescriptions often? No, I'm actually behind right now. I'm 5 years, and it's funny that you mentioned that because me and my wife we're going to get an appointment and get our eyes checked and get our prescriptions reset. What's life like right now being retired? Well, I spent the first 4 or 5 months of my retirement being sick to the point where I thought it was all over. I thought I was dying. I was, showing the wife how to pay the bills and all that on the computer, pining over losing I would leave. My legacy would be a YouTube channel that people would look at and say, yeah, I remember when he was alive. But I'm better now, And so I got all that. So now that I'm not sick, life is sweet. You know, it's like I talked to my wife. Yes, do you think I'll ever go back to be a nurse again? And she says no. And I don't think so either. So I'll probably quit carrying my malpractice insurance pretty soon. I'm going to renew one more time. Next year, my license is up for renewal. I've got all my CMEs and stuff. Oh, they put up Bud Lover. They put out a new trailer on Dexter, Original Sin. Interesting. Maybe we'll look that up, and I'll play it for everybody, because I'm a Dexter fan. Dexter bobblehead. Actually, I have my backpack in front of Dexter bobblehead. Trevor Lawrence, the best thing to come out in Cartersville. Yeah. Joe Isn't Hungry channel, second name. No, that's never true, because I'm always hungry. I mean, I could pack down the rest of those ribs right now. I could, but I won't, because I'm going to exercise self-control. I'm losing weight. Can you see it on my neck? I mean, I'm getting a little flabby there, but my neck is not as fat. I just noticed that. I love it. I weighed in at, what did I weigh in? Weighing about 215 right now, 214 and a half. And I started weighing at 236. So, sweet. Do you like NFL? Nah, I never watch football at all anymore. Total Joker. When is your birthday, Joe? You always celebrate everyone else's. We never heard of yours. I was born in April. I didn't put out my birthday day because, you know, everybody already knows my phone number, my address. That's all I need to do is give out my birthday, and then someone's going to steal my identity, and then there'll be 2 Joe is Hungrys. There'll be 2 Shadow Joes and 2 Joe is Hungrys, and I'm not sure the world is ready for that. Yeah. Happy Josu. Do people recognize you pull up in the drive-thru? Oh, yeah. About a third of the time. So a lot of times they don't. A lot of times they're oblivious that I'm filming. They don't. They're just like off in another, you know, they're in there, they're working automatic, and they're not actually looking at anybody or paying any bit of attention. And notice that there are like 5 freaking cameras with selfie screens running, and you know, and I have a mic in my pocket that's lit up in blue. Yeah, they don't notice that. And every once in a while, like the one I did, what was the name of the burger place I just did? I just did a burger. Anyway, they were looking at me and trying to pretend that they didn't see me. It's like the manager comes out looking around like he's checking something out behind the store, and he's looking at me trying to figure out what was going on. Whatever. You should have spent that time making my hamburger patties fresh rather than worrying about who I'm filming. If you're watching, which you're probably not. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, yeah. What have you been doing to lose weight? Eating less. I cut almost all the fat out of my diet. You know, when you're on a diet, you can fall off the wagon every once in a while. You know, every couple of weeks, you can go out and eat whatever you want, so you maintain your sanity and realize and remember. Yeah, Jack's Burgers. Thank you, U-Haul. That Jack's Burger was like, dude, all you had to do is stick your neck out the window and ask me, what are you doing? I'll tell you, I'll put you in my video. I'll give you a selfie. Whatever, Jack's Burgers. A little disappointed in Jack's Burgers. Actually, a little more than disappointed. True. Yeah. Well, you know, and you got to, when you're losing weight, you got to stay active too. Like they gain muscle in the gym. Well, my gym is this 3 acres of property out here that I'm cleaning the fence rows on that has trees growing up through the fence row. That's my cardio, because I'll get out there and my heart rate is definitely accelerated, and I am like pushing to the limit for about 5 or 6 hours in a day, getting that cleaned up. So that's my gym. My gym is free. And that way you don't lose your muscle mass, because your body is going to convert the easiest thing it can when you're in a catabolic state, when you're like burning your own fat. It's going to burn your muscle first, because it's easier for it to convert to glucose. I'm telling you something you already know, but I've been steadily losing weight. I cut milk out of my diet completely. I don't hardly ever eat anything with any cheese. I stay away from Biggin's barbecue because it'll kill me. I know it will. It's like Massey's Pizza. The good thing is Massey's Pizza's in Ohio where I can't get to it because I would be like plowing that every day, and then I'd be like big as a blimp. Yeah, you got to stay active. You just can't lay around. You just got to keep. Yeah, well, the biggest problem I'm having right now is I'm on blood pressure medicine, and I've cut it in half already once. And I need to cut it in half again because I was getting orthostatic when I would get up. Orthostatic, that means when I stand up fast, I get dizzy. I'm on an alpha blocker if my CRNA is still here, so she'll understand. And I'm going to cut it in half again. I'm going to cut my Cardura down to 2 from 4 and see what happens there. But yeah, I've been like that all day and the day before, and I just dropped another pound or so. So it kind of goes in steps, you know. For me, I'll lose 2 or 3 pounds, and then boom, brick wall. And then you got to break the brick wall, lose a couple more pounds, brick wall. It goes down. It's not a real linear weight drop. You know, you go up and down, because you know your hydration status changes from day to day. Because I weigh myself every day, same time every morning. That's the only way to do it. Anyway, what else we got here? I'm sorry if I skipped some of your questions. I'm just doing questions now. And I probably won't go a whole lot longer unless like a gazillion people come in the chat. Then I can't leave if there's a gazillion people here. It's like I think I got 40 in Twitch, but 36 on YouTube. YouTube is not that many people here today. I mean, I put it out on social media that I was having a stream, and what I need to do is to adopt a regular time that I come in and stream. That's what I need to do, and I'm getting closer to doing that. Anyway, Joe, today, here we are. Yeah, okay, what do I got? Nathan, how are you? What's your favorite fast food at this time? At this very exact moment, this is not really fast food. This is barbecue. That's my favorite food at this moment. But Massey's Pizza, Great Guido Sub in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. And then for a national chain, I'm going to go with the Culver's Northwoods Walleye that's only in February. That's where I'm going to stay in there. Yeah, Jack's only known to find them in roll ride territory. Maybe Jack's is better because it's an Alabama chain coming over here. I just feel sorry for the guy who bought the franchise and set that up there, and his people are not doing any better than that. If you're going to set up a franchise, you need to be there and watch it and see what these guys are doing. Otherwise, they're going to cost you. You're going to lose your shirt. Anyway, Fang Olives. Yeah, it's a long game. I've been at it since, I've been losing weight since, I got sick. The first 10 pounds was easy because I was too sick to eat. But this started back in, I think in March I started weighing myself. No, in April I started weighing myself. And I think I weighed in at 234 when I actually bought a scale, because I didn't have a good working digital scale. So I bought the cheapest thing I could find at Walmart. And that's what I weigh on every day. Yeah, but it depends on your state of hydration. Pseudo-intellect, the old Temazolin. Yes, you have that right, my sir. I take that and dutasteride. I've got to talk to my male gynecologist next week, and we're going to have a conversation about old Tamasulosin. I call it, yeah. We're going to have a conversation about that. Because I was on 8. Now I think I'm going to go down to 2 in the morning because literally, yeah, I mean, I'm out there in the garden because, usually that's my thing. I do at 5 o'clock. We go out to the garden and hoe and mostly screw around with Priscilla, because Priscilla wants you to come out to the garden at 5 o'clock so she can like cavort around and try to bite me. And so that's kind of our daily activity is to go out and, I go out and usually spend time with Priscilla and pet her until she bites me a good couple times. Fango is my cat. Found your videos through Wake Wilder and Will Neff. Well, I'm glad. Fango. That's what I should have called Priscilla, because she's not happy unless she's got part of one of my appendages in her mouth, wanting to bite me. I grew squash. They're gone. Tomatoes did not do well. I fed the worms very well. The worms are very fat and happy this year. Sweet potatoes, and they turned out really well. But the potatoes, the regular potatoes, I got nothing from them. They're garbage. I think it's because my ground was too hard. Crimson, I'm not going to lie. I found your channel, and I'm addicted. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I mean, I'm addicted to some YouTube channels. I'm addicted to, South Georgia Hotshot. I can't quit watching him. I watched another channel, but I didn't like it. I unsubbed. You lost 50 pounds recently, Crimson. That's a whole person. Dude, hats off to you. Congratulations. I know what it feels like, especially with the YouTube channel. People ask me about that a lot. How are you going to do your YouTube channel and keep a better diet? Well, like I said, you can eat bad food every once in a while. You just can't eat a lot of it, and you can't eat it frequently. And that's what I'm doing. I actually got a question. What editing software do you use? Your videos are just, thank you very much for saying they're masterpieces. I use Vegas Pro. Oh, Bud Lover answered it. Version 22. I always stay up the current version 22. Version 22 iteration 2 of 22 just came up. And so far it's been very stable. And I'm liking 22 better than I liked any of them. It didn't really stabilize good until version 19. I date back clear to version 14 and 13, if you must know. The first version I had was pirated, because their trial version was so crippled that you couldn't really do anything with it to tell whether it was any good or not. And then once I realized that it was good, then I went in and got that version. I actually paid for that, so I actually didn't really screw him. Crimson, thank you for this super chat. I appreciate that. And somebody else, that was very nice of you. $4.99. I appreciate that. You don't have to. That brings me on to another subject. There's super thanks that people give me in my voice, in my chat on my video, not my chat, but the comment section. I didn't know that. So, if someone's going to do that, I feel like you need to get some sort of recognition for that. And because some of my birthday shout outs, people actually give me $2 or whatever to support the channel, but it also bumps you up to the beginning of the list, which the list hasn't been that bad. But, I try to do a little special. If if you're just normal, that's fine. You don't have to give me anything to get a birthday shout out. I mean, I can stay up with them pretty good. But usually, like this time, I'm going to say each name individually for each cut and work on that. That's why I did all that. And then I find out it's Will Neff's birthday tomorrow. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, because, when you shoot these videos, it's all... You talk to this camera in certain order, and you do all that, and that means I'm gonna have to redo the whole first part. But like I said in the beginning, I had a good suggestion. I think Shadow Joe needs to earn his keep and do the birthday shout out for Will Neff in the Sneakadoodle Bite. And I think that would be an excellent job for him to do, because he has been taking way too many Sneakadoodle Bites and making my weight loss campaign much more difficult. And I think he needs to pay the price for that. But Crimson, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. What Crimson? What company do you tech support for? Tell me Vegas Pro. Tell me Vegas Pro, because I'll get your number and I can ask you all sorts of questions. Anyway, let me see what kind of questions I got over here. Yeah. Yeah, my tomatoes, I have Big Beef, and I should have got Big Beef Plus, because Big Beef Plus is more resistant to... I wasn't even going to put tomatoes out this year because I'm putting them in the same place and I'm perpetuating that cycle. And I just need a different variety altogether. I just don't know what to pick. I just, I have pick what I know, and that's Big Beef. But I got enough tomatoes to make my salad, and it's kind of really all that's important, because what am I going to do with 100 tomatoes? Anyway, yeah. Madam... Fang Olives, joeishungrychannel at gmail.com. If you have any good suggestions about what a good variety would be for tomatoes next year, let me know. And another thing I forgot to do is I forgot to put out aroma plant. I always put out aroma because they're good on the salad. Yeah, Shadow Joe, Fang needs to learn his man. It needs to do something. But Crimson, yeah. Concentrics, I'm a tech advisor. Whoa. I was hoping you'd be like a tech support for Vegas Pro, because I gave up on actually asking them any direct questions, because that's not going to happen. They've got a community thing where you go in and ask questions, and people that use it answer them. And they're very, very, very defensive about Vegas Pro. Like if I've been editing this video and it's crashed on me like 11 times in 25 minutes, and I have tried everything, I'll go in and say, hey, this damn thing's crashing all the time. Can't they fix it? Oh, they'll just flame you. They'll just flame you for saying that, which is like, y'all suck. So I make it a point never to ask them anything. And it's very stable now, and I know it well enough to troubleshoot it. So, but I appreciate that, Crimson. And just so you know, like I said, I noticed that there were some people who did some super thanks in my comment section a week or two ago, but it's a little too late to say anything now. And I've already done the head end of this video. But just so you know, I didn't say anything because I didn't really know what that meant, and I do now. So sorry about that. That's all I wanted to say was sorry about that, man. You're a Roma hater. How can you be a Roma hater in Italian? Look, my mom was Italian. I can't walk past a can of olives. I just can't. It doesn't matter. They're green, black, whatever. I can't walk past them. They're going down the hatch. I can tell you that right now. I'm an olive eater. Are you an olive eater? Yeah, they make great sauce. They don't have a lot of flavor, but they hold up real well. And I usually like to have them around for when my tomatoes, are done. Usually the Romas will leave you tomatoes late into the season until it freezes. And that's why I use them. But I find Romas don't have as much flavor, although you'll see them use them a lot on burgers and stuff like that, because they're better than the shipping tomatoes. You get the shipping tomatoes are like eating plastic. Anyway, would you ever, a question from Bud Lover. Would you ever collaborate with a fan who is 9 years old or younger? I'm not sure I would do a collaboration. I do shout outs. I prefer shout outs with kids, but they have their mom have to be there and stuff like that. But a collab, I don't know. It depends how close they were. I mean, where would I put them in with the collab? I could get somebody like do a sneakadoodle bite for me. That would, that's something I thought of doing if I ever had somebody that wanted to be in part of my video, is let them do my sneakadoodle bite. That would be kind of cool. And then I could argue with them at the end. Do my grandkids test food with me? No, I don't have any children. Do have grandchildren. So when the Joe is Hungry channel dies out, it dies out forever. So he's gone. Anyway. Yes, I agree with you about that. Fang, we're on the same playing field with aromas as far as them being shipping and making good sauce. Yeah, my sister raises a lot of aromas. I'm just kicking myself for not putting at least 1 or 2 plants in the ground. Because I only had 10 tomato plants this year. Usually I have like 30 or 40. Don't really need that many, but that's usually how many I plant. Jamocha Shake, Hybrid chocolate coffee mix. U-Haul. Interesting. No, I am not a gamer. Mike Toomer. My wife is the gamer. I'm the YouTuber. She games. She plays on TikTok like nobody I've ever seen. Anyway, how long have I been talking? I know it's probably... Oh, I've been here an hour. I thought I was going to talk for like 30 minutes. Do you have any more questions for me before I bail out of here? Crimson, again, thank you. Twitch streamers, my Twitch people, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the subs I got on channel. Just so you know, I love my Twitch and I love my YouTube. I love streaming. I can sit there and talk for 3 hours, but if everybody's going to bail, I'm not going to wear them out. Let me see. Am I a gamer? Alex, I appreciate that. I always stay hungry. I'm going to have some salad before I go to bed. I got to get it. Actually, it's 9 o'clock now. I'll probably go in and do the rough edit on this or at least get my footage from today. And because I got to shoot video tomorrow. But thank you for giving me thank you for telling me about Will Neff's birthday. I'll have to put that on my Google Calendar so I'll never miss it again. And see how that goes. But at least I can give the birthday pretty quick. Favorite, beef, pork, or chicken? Pork, beef, and chicken in that order. Reese, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. But I'm not a chef. No way. Not that good. Before I go, will I find the Dexter Original Sin trailer? But let me give it a shot, and we'll see, okay? We'll give it a shot. Let me get my mic. Oh. Let me get my headset so I can hear it. I have got the trailer here. Let me go over in OBS and make sure that we can hear it before I do any more.
But I wasn't born this way. I was made.
All right. All right, let me see if I can make that work. Could you all hear me? Eminem? No, I don't listen to Eminem. Okay, let's go over to the web browser. This is the original sin. Let me see. Tell me if you can hear this. I'm going to go ahead and start the trailer. Y'all ready for the trailer? Give me a thumb up if you're ready for the trailer. Half demon. You say that every week. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'll try and do better. I gotta, like on my next one, I gotta get a routine out to where I'm streaming the same day every day. But I'm gonna go ahead and let the trailer rip. Let's see here.
I am a killer, but I wasn't born this way. I was made by my history, by the people around me. They say it takes a village to raise a killer.
I can get my satisfaction.
Nah, you're not gonna get a strike for playing the trailer. Interesting. This is all the trailers. Look at this. Is Michael C. Hall going to be in the newest one? Are they going to have flashbacks to him, you think? That's what I'm kind of curious about. And Bud Lover, I've also thought about that. No strike, please. I'm not going to get a strike for playing a trailer. Don't think so anyway. Hope not. We'll find out. Especially if I'm doing a react to it. And I am doing a reaction to it. Yeah, I saw a flash of his face. This is a trailer for something else. Let me start it. Because that's Christian Slater's mouth right there.
Hello, Dexter Morgan.
Anyway, so much for that. We'll have to watch trailers some other night. Anyway, y'all, if you got any more questions, I'm going to bail out of here. I appreciate everybody coming by tonight and checking my stream out. And yeah, it does. It does. It looks real interesting. But anyway, I think I am going to call this a night. YouTube, peace out, my friends.